Benji, thank you so much for joining us here at CAIS20. Tell me about your involvement with CAIS and why it's something you've got on board with and why you're supporting it.
Sure, no, thanks. It's been a pleasure to be here. So our CAIS story started in December last year in Brazil, where we were part of the inaugural CAIS 360 events, which is taking CAIS on the road outside of Cayman. We partnered with Dart and the CAIS brand there, and that was really giving the Brazilian market a taste of what Cayman had to offer, and sort of taking the brand out of the island. What we've done since then is really bring the Brazilian market to Cayman for this event. So we worked with some of the providers that are here today. So Eric Bush did a session with our clients, and then we also had some learning sessions with some of the key providers here in Cayman.
And what do you hope that achieves? What's the main goal of something like CAIS?
Sure.
Is it showcasing this as a jurisdiction?
It really is. I mean, that's the underlying message, is for the Brazilian asset management and family office world to understand more about the jurisdiction. So for those who have flown in for this event, it was a lot of their first time on the island. So it's that kind of getting the message about what's happening here, but also giving them an insight into Cayman, the infrastructure, the asset management world. I mean, a lot of them were saying, they had no idea about what this was. They thought it was a Caribbean island that had, a lot of chickens. Yes, that's right. But all the additional, they did never imagine the infrastructure and the kind of sophistication of the island. So it's really that. And also for us, it's showing them that, it's dedication to the other markets. So, I mean, Eric, in his message this morning, mentioned that we will be going down again probably in October. And then we're partnering with them probably with other events around the world. So for us, it's really a partnership to portray the message that's everything happening here outside of the island.
He described it as levelling up, I think, in terms of
100%.
what this jurisdiction can offer. It needs to be seen alongside perhaps jurisdictions like Monaco, like Singapore, and he believes it deserves that place.
Yes. So, I mean, what we saw is from a Brazilian perspective, was jurisdictions like the Bahamas and Luxembourg put out a lot of effort, put in a lot of effort to, showing the market, selling their product. What's lacked from a Cayman perspective was kind of a joint effort to do that. So you're right, if we're looking at the jurisdictions where Cayman needs to come up to the level of, it's your Monacos, it's your Luxembourgs, it's your islands, who all put a lot of budget into doing it. So Eric is one of the people who's been instrumental in working with Dart and CAIS to really push that agenda.
So if there's one thing that the delegates who've all descended on Cayman in the last couple of days for CAIS take away with them, what do you hope it will be in terms of messages?
The sophistication behind the conference, the level of speakers, and that this isn't just a once-off. In its 7th year, and we're going into the 2nd year for Brazil. It's just something we want to see as kind of an event on the calendar, and that's really where we as a sponsor see it, and that's where we see the excitement around it.
Benji, great to talk to you. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks very much.